Hey guys, it's Pat here, and this is another Pat's Chat. Today I am coming to you from Boulder, Colorado. Just got done doing about a 3-mile hike and heading to try to hit a $430 ace pool at Harlow Platts, one of Eagle's favorite courses, and a course that we learned how to play disc golf on, thanks to Steve Fox, who is a good friend of mine who lives locally, and he was telling us about disc golf for quite a long time, and we finally picked up the frisbee and went out and played. And then fast forward 15 years later, and Eagle is on the Disc Golf Pro Tour and played WACO, Texas for at least the fourth or fifth time, and it's starting to become one of his not so favorite places to be. As you can see probably from the results, that he had not the best time there. When people are shooting 30 down to win, and a lot of the top players are in the 20s, 25, 24 down, 23 down, 22 down, and Eagle ended up at 15 down. He was just way off the pace and ended up in, I don't even know what place it was, maybe 37th place, but at one point he was in 113th place, so he came up 70 spots. So in that respect, he came through and had a pretty decent last 2 days, but it all started on day one when he got off to a pretty good start, and he had 3 birdies and went into the woods and proceeded not to be able to get birdies on 2 of the shorter, easier holes. And then on hole 7, which is a hole where you have to get out of a gap, come out of the gap, and then throw and under into like a little ravine, and then the basket's on the other side. Par 4, you get out in the open, and that could be and should be a birdie. His shot takes off, shoots right, out of position, ends up bogeying that. Then he ends up getting a double bogey and another bogey, and then going from 3 down all the way to 3 up. And just shots were just coming off not good, and pretty badly. And sadly, the day before, he shot a 14 down in practice, and then the next day, he can't get anything right in the middle part of the course. And at this point, from 3 down to 3 up, this is reminiscent of round 1 in Vegas and round 4, the last 8 holes. So there's definitely a weird pattern kind of that Eagle's falling into, where he's playing pretty good golf and then losing focus and just getting into some kind of funky zone, and then having to battle himself out of that and play catch up for the whole weekend, and just has to try to play good to salvage the weekend, to cash, and to feel good about himself. But there's just been many times that he's been at WACO and it has not performed well. I think one year he did pretty good in it and ended up taking a 7 on hole 17. And usually it's like hole 17 that causes problems. And this year he got 2 birdies and a par. So he corrected on those, but just had some funky things happen in the middle of the course. But had to deal with some emotional, roller coaster after the first round, just not feeling great again about disc golf, but handling it pretty well and realizing that he can't allow this game to dictate how he feels in life and ruin his life. It's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be a means to an end. And so, there's not much more to say about WACO, but that it was pretty disappointing for him, but what can you do about it? We'll see if he even plays there next year. On to Austin now. He's in Austin having a good time. Today he did a practice round with Chris Clemens, and there should be a video I think that's on Gatekeeper. That will be coming out this week, so you can watch that before the tournament. And I don't know much about the course, but it's a golf course in Austin, and South by Southwest is going on there. There's a music festival, and they will be starting the tournament on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So he has a time to practice this week, 2 times this week. I think he's going to practice, and then have a chance to go out and redeem himself and play some good golf. So that's the report this week. Ratana played also in WACO, and she had, I think her last round was one of her better rounds, but she ended up in, I forget what place it was, but she didn't come in last place. She was probably 3 or 4 off of last, and just a tough course, a tough place to play in the woods when you haven't played it before in practice. So she'll probably learn a lot from that, and on to Austin she goes. So thank you for watching, and yeah, this is Pat's Chat reporting to you and signing off. Goodbye.